What happened to the Izzy? I believe is the gentleman's name.
He was a bodyguard for Busta Rhymes back in the day. Izzy used to work for me.
Okay.
Izzy worked for me, but he worked for some other people. So I know Izzy well. He was at an event where there was a video shoot up and there was a shootout.
We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
How can we think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matter most to them. It's crazy, like. But if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls.
Busta Rhymes' violent past has finally come full circle. This time, there's no denying it, and no more excuses. 2 of his personal bodyguards are now dead under suspicious circumstances. No arrests, no answers. And most chilling of all, no statements from Busta. Just silence. These weren't random deaths. These were trusted men in his inner circle. Men who lived with him, traveled with him, and possibly knew too much. Behind the flashing lights, platinum plaques, and electric stage presence, there's always been something darker lurking beneath the surface of Busta Rhymes. The temper, the violent outbursts, the chilling allegations. But what if we told you it all points to something deeper? A pattern of intimidation, manipulation, and silence? This isn't clickbait. These are real lives, real crimes, and real questions that demand answers. Why were these men killed? What were they protecting Busta from, and what might they have exposed? Let's pull back the curtain and go deeper than ever before, because the industry has done a damn good job of protecting Busta's image. But the truth? It's messy, it's bloody, and it's finally bubbling to the surface. 2 dead bodyguards and the silence that followed. Let's start with Jermaine "Black" Williams. In 2008, Jermaine vanished. Hours later, he was found dead in Ozone Park, Queens, wrapped in a bedsheet, shot multiple times. His SUV had bloodstains inside, indicating he may have been killed elsewhere and dumped. There were no security cameras, no suspects, and no justice. Busta was conveniently out of the country, touring Europe at the time. And when the news broke, he didn't say a word. Jermaine wasn't some temp hire. He worked with Busta for over 8 years. He'd been by his side through beefs, tours, arrests, you name it. This man knew where the bodies were buried, metaphorically and maybe even literally. Yet no public condolences, no support for his children, no statement acknowledging the man's death. Just silence. But this wasn't the first time one of Busta's close protectors met a grim fate. Back in 2006, during the filming of the Touch It remix video in Brooklyn, another longtime bodyguard, Israel Izzy Ramirez, was shot and killed. Witnesses said chaos erupted when fans swarmed the set. Busta was present. So were multiple rappers. But when the NYPD came looking for answers, Busta clammed up, refusing to cooperate in the investigation. Let that sink in. His bodyguard was gunned down in front of him, and he said nothing. For months, the NYPD begged him to speak, but Busta claimed he couldn't help because there were high-profile names involved. His exact words? There are rappers and celebrities who would have to be brought into court. I know more than anyone about what happened, but this can't be done by local authorities. Now here's where it gets darker. Rumors have circulated for years that Izzy and Jermaine were planning to expose Busta's secret lifestyle. Allegedly, they had recordings, proof of what happened behind closed doors. And according to Street Talk, they paid the price. And it wasn't just rumors. Industry insiders started whispering. Former club promoters claimed they had to prep certain environments for Busta. Hand-pick guests, no phones allowed. And above all, don't ask questions. The kind of energy Busta brought to a room wasn't just intense. It was intimidating. Then you've got guys like Big Homie CC speaking out. A former industry enforcer, CC dropped a bombshell. Busta used to move real weird. He wanted full control over who was around him. And it was never about safety, it was about secrets. And here's something that rarely gets brought up. Both Izzy and Jermaine were reportedly in financial trouble before their deaths. Some believe they tried to leverage what they knew for money. Others say they were about to walk away. Either way, both ended up dead. Coincidence or cleanup? Because now people are starting to connect the dots. especially with the name Busta Rhymes being whispered in the same circles as Diddy, and now 50 Cent is about to blow it all wide open. Secrets, parties, and the 50 Cent documentary. When Diddy's empire began to collapse under the weight of raids, lawsuits, and damning accusations, the dominoes started falling fast. But it wasn't just about Diddy. People wanted to know who else was involved. And suddenly, Busta Rhymes' name started surfacing. For years, he was seen at the same events, flew on the same jets, attended the same private parties in the Hollywood Hills and Miami mansions. And now, with 50 Cent's documentary on the horizon, insiders say Busta is in full panic mode. Let's be clear, 50 isn't just making a gossip piece. This is a full-scale, multi-part docuseries backed by G-Unit Films and directed by Alex Stapleton, who's known for digging up raw, uncomfortable truths. The documentary is already being hyped as the biggest takedown of the year, and word is, Busta tried to reach out to 50 to keep his name off the cutting room floor. But 50, he doesn't fold. Sources say the doc will include hidden footage from past parties, footage that allegedly shows Busta surrounded by young male entertainers, security keeping everyone else out, and strict no-phone rules in place. And remember Don Benjamin? The male model who blew up after America's Next Top Model? Several sources claim Busta had an unhealthy obsession with him, once cornering him at a party and refusing to let him leave until security intervened. Don hasn't spoken on it publicly, but others who were there say it was creepy as hell. Then there's Orlando Brown's meltdown. Yeah, we know, he's erratic, but even broken clocks tell the truth twice a day, and what he said was chilling. We made love. Me, Diddy, Busta Rhymes. He didn't stop there, throwing in names like Usher, Terrence Howard, and even Drake. And while the media laughed it off, fans didn't, because some of the details he dropped lined up with long-rumored stories about what really goes down at elite music industry parties. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, y'all. 2 bodyguards, both dead, a string of violent outbursts, allegations of hidden parties, shady behavior, and dark secrets are finally bubbling to the surface. With 50 Cent ready to torch the whole industry with his documentary, this is only the beginning. The question isn't whether Busta has secrets, it's how long he can keep them buried. The silence after Izzy and Jermaine's deaths? Unforgivable. The footage, the whispers, the desperate attempts to avoid being named? Suspicious at best. Damning at worst. So what do you think? Is Busta hiding something, or is he just guilty by association? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear everything. And while you're here, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next drop. Because trust us, the next bombshell is even bigger,